What's up, guys? The question today is, did Japan like the live rendition of Luffy?
Netflix's live-action One Piece adaptation, Monkey D. Luffy will be played by the Mexican actor Inaki Godoy. But what does Japan think of Godoy? Luffy is so cool. Luffy looks surprisingly good. He's different from the manga, but very likable. At first, I thought Luffy was totally off the mark, but after watching the preview, he won me over. The general consensus seems to be that Godoy is not a one-to-one adaptation of manga Luffy, but that he's captured the spirit of the character and taken the future king of the pirates in a refreshing direction. If you're like me, you had never heard of Inaki Godoy before he joined the NetPiece cast.
I don't think anybody heard of this guy. In reality, I think that I will agree with what they've said. He is different than the actual Luffy from the anime. It is not so much, oh, he's live and the other one is animated, but there are like key differences between the two. So he did make his own spin on the character.
But from what we've seen of the man, he is practically exploding with energy, which is criteria numero uno for any actor looking to play Luffy.
I will say that that is true. He was very high energy, and for me, sometimes, I don't know, it did feel a little much. And to be honest, like, a lot of the times when he was laughing, it almost seemed like, not laughing, but when he was smiling, it almost felt like a grin, like not so much like a smile. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. And that's kind of like the similar face that he made when he was quote unquote smiling. I don't know. Maybe that's just the dude's regular smile, you know? Okay, maybe that is how he smiles. The real question is, guys, and I love Japan because I mean, they're so polite there, so I'm not surprised that they didn't really say anything negative, right? But the real question is, how did Americans feel about Luffy?
But I think it's to this show's credit that they were still able to build a world where I meet a guy named Monkey D. Luffy, and then less than 2 hours later, I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, so this guy Monkey ate the Gum Gum Devil Fruit, and now he can fight the dismembered clown. And I don't think that there's anything weird about any of those statements.
I just thought about that. Monkey D. Luffy. I always thought that the monkey part was just like an added nickname. Is that actually part of his name?
Or anything that I just said. And let's start with the character of Monkey D. Luffy. Now, I have no basis for comparison here as far as how he's portrayed in live action, but I do think that Inaki Godoy is really walking a tightrope here between a good performance and a bad performance. And what I mean by that is that if you were just to watch a clip in a vacuum, you might see what he's doing as an actor and say, whoa, he is way overdoing it. That doesn't feel natural at all.
Sometimes that is how it felt, especially at the beginning when I didn't know what to expect.
Straw hats! All hands on deck for a cast-off ceremony!
But in the context of the show, it works. And it's because, yes, you have this very over-the-top monkey for 85 to 90% of the show's runtime, but every time you think that maybe the performance is getting a little one note, or you're like, oh, can this guy only do one thing? The character gets a beat of anger or sadness. He gets to be discouraged or confident. He shows...
Or looking lost. I think that the more serious parts definitely helped me see that the actor playing Luffy did have some abilities. So that was good that they added those moments in there for him.
Shows you another side, and you realize that this is just a character who is almost relentlessly upbeat about everything, but he does still have feelings, and when he's allowed to show those feelings, it makes you understand how rounded out he really is and understand who he is inside.
That is true. I think like Luffy as a character for the live action is gonna be a character that either people are gonna love or that they're gonna hate. I don't think that there's gonna be really an in-between for him. I really do hope that there's a season 2 because as the show went on, I did kind of get used to his personality, and I do feel that if we do get a season 2, people are just going to become a little bit more accustomed to the way that he behaves, and I think that it will become more believable that this is who Luffy is as a character, as a human being, if you will. So I don't know, guys, let me know what you think. Was the acting over the top? Did you believe it? Do you like Luffy as a character and how it was played in the live action? Let me know in the comments, and as always, I just want to remind you that we must persevere.